It's something millions of older adults do every morning without a second thought. Reach for their vitamins, a multivitamin for the heart, a capsule for the brain, a tablet to keep the immune system strong. But what if one or more of those well-meaning pills was quietly working against you? If you felt like getting up from a chair takes more effort than it used to, if your legs feel shaky on the stairs, or fatigue creeps in during a simple walk to the mailbox, you might assume it's just age catching up. But what if the real issue wasn't aging? What if it was your supplement routine? See, leg strength isn't just about staying active. It's about something deeper, your freedom. It's what allows you to walk on your own, to step outside, to live without fear of falling. It's your independence held quite literally in your legs. In this video, we're going to uncover something most people never hear about. Three common vitamins, yes, vitamins, that may be silently draining your leg strength over time. They're often marketed as essential for seniors, but when taken in certain forms or amounts, they may do the opposite of what they promise. We'll show you how to spot the warning signs, what to avoid, and most importantly, what to do instead, so you can keep walking strong, steady, and confident at every age. This could be the most important few minutes you spend on your health this week. So let's begin with one vitamin that might be doing more harm than good, even though it's been labeled a hero for decades. Vitamin E, the silent muscle weakener. For years, vitamin E has been praised as a kind of miracle nutrient. It's sold as a heart helper, an antioxidant, even an anti-aging superstar. You'll find it in multivitamins, skin formulas, brain health blends, sometimes in more than one supplement on your shelf. But here's something many people don't realize. When it comes to vitamin E, more isn't always better. In fact, for older adults, too much can actually weaken your muscles, especially in your legs. Let's break this down. Vitamin E is a fat-soluble vitamin, meaning your body stores it in your fat tissues and liver instead of flushing out the extra. So unlike water-soluble vitamins like C or B complex, which exit your system through urine, if you get too much, fat-soluble ones build up. And when levels get too high, they can quietly interfere with neuromuscular function, the communication between your nerves and muscles. That's when things start to change. Not dramatically, not overnight, but slowly. You might notice your legs feeling just a little heavier when getting up, or a bit of unsteadiness as you walk across the kitchen floor. Maybe a sense of fatigue in your hips after standing in line at the store. Often these signs get dismissed as just getting older, but they're actually your body whispering that something's off. And if vitamin E is involved, that whisper can grow louder over time. One woman, Darlene, 73, shared that she'd taken a vitamin E capsule every morning for nearly 10 years. She believed it helped her skin and heart, but she also began feeling increasingly unbalanced when she stood up, almost dizzy at times. After reviewing her supplement routine with her doctor, they realized she was getting more than 500 IU of vitamin E daily, well above the safe limit for her age. Once she scaled back and switched to food-based sources instead, her symptoms eased within weeks. And it's not just about muscle weakness. Too much vitamin E also has a blood-thinning effect. If you're already on medications like aspirin or warfarin, this combination can raise the risk of bruising, internal bleeding, and complications from even minor falls. That's why it's so important to understand where your vitamin E is coming from. Not just the single capsule, but the multivitamin, the brain booster, and maybe even your skincare supplement. The total amount adds up quickly, and once it passes about 400 IU per day, the risks start to outweigh the benefits. So what's the safer path forward? Fortunately, you don't need a pill to get the benefits of vitamin E. Your body can absorb it much more gently and safely from foods like sunflower seeds, almonds, spinach, avocados, butternut squash. These natural sources offer vitamin E in its full spectrum, alongside other antioxidants and fats that help your body use it wisely. And if you've been taking high doses of vitamin E for years, now is the perfect time to check in with your doctor. Bring in your supplement list. Ask them if those dosages still make sense for your current health, medications, and lifestyle. Remember, supplements should support your body, not stress it. So here's a quick action step you can take today. Go to your supplement cabinet, pick up each bottle, look for vitamin E on the label, and take note of the dosage. If it adds up to more than 400 IU a day, it's time to have a conversation with your doctor. You've worked hard to stay active and independent. Let's make sure your daily routine isn't quietly working against you. Coming up next, we'll look at another popular vitamin, one that's often found in cod liver oil and fortified foods, that could be draining both your muscle and bone strength without you realizing it. Vitamin A, the bone and muscle drainer. Now let's turn our attention to another trusted vitamin that's quietly causing trouble behind the scenes. Vitamin A. For generations, vitamin A has been known as the eye vitamin. It's been linked to healthy skin, stronger immunity, and good vision, especially at night. Many of us grew up hearing that cod liver oil or fortified milk would keep us sharp and strong. But just like vitamin E, this nutrient comes with a hidden catch, especially for older adults. Vitamin A is also fat-soluble, which means your body stores it, often for long periods. And while that might sound like a good thing, it also means there's a much higher chance of getting too much. And here's what too much vitamin A can do. It can quietly weaken your bones and undermine your muscles, especially in the hips, thighs, and legs, the very places you rely on for balance and mobility. Let's take a closer look. As we get older, our bodies process and store nutrients differently. The liver becomes a little less efficient, muscle recovery slows, and bone density naturally begins to decrease. That's a normal part of aging. But if you're unknowingly stacking too much vitamin A through supplements, cod liver oil, fortified foods, or liver-rich meals, you may be accelerating that decline without realizing it. Several studies have shown a clear link between excess vitamin A and increased bone loss, especially in the hip region. And that puts you at greater risk for fractures, even from a simple stumble in the kitchen or a minor fall at home. But the effects don't stop with your bones. Many older adults report a deep ache or heaviness in their hips or thighs, especially after walking or standing for extended periods. You might feel fine at first, but then find yourself needing to sit down sooner or avoiding stairs because your legs feel unusually tired or unstable. It's easy to write that off as aging. But what if it's your vitamin routine? Vitamin A can quietly contribute to this muscular fatigue by interfering with calcium balance and weakening the structures that support your legs from the inside out. And here's where it gets tricky. Vitamin A is everywhere, and the doses add up fast. In your multivitamin, in fortified breakfast cereals, in cod liver oil, in organ meats like liver pate, even in skin and hair supplements. Now imagine you've been taking these for years. You could be well over the recommended upper limit without even knowing it. And when vitamin A builds up over time, your bones and muscles bear the burden. So what can you do to stay safe without giving up the benefits? Here's the key. Switch from preformed vitamin A, called retinol, to its gentler, safer cousin, beta-carotene. Beta-carotene is a plant-based form of vitamin A found in colorful vegetables like carrots, sweet potatoes, kale spinach, butternut squash. Your body only converts as much beta-carotene into vitamin A as it needs, which means it comes with a natural safety valve. No dangerous buildup, no creeping toxicity. If you're currently taking a vitamin A supplement, especially if it's derived from retinol or cod liver oil, it might be time to rethink your approach. You can also ask your doctor about checking your vitamin A levels through a simple blood test. These tests aren't always included in routine panels, so be sure to request it directly, especially if you've experienced fatigue, bone aches, or leg weakness. Here's a simple truth. More isn't always better. And when it comes to bone and muscle health, high doses of vitamin A could be doing the exact opposite of what you intended. So take a closer look at your daily habits. Lean into foods that support your body with balance, and consider scaling back on the high-dose pills that may no longer serve you. Coming up next, we'll look at a water-soluble vitamin that's often thought to be harmless, but in large doses, it may be quietly damaging your nerves, especially in your legs and feet. Vitamin B6, the silent nerve damager. Now here's something that surprises almost everyone. Even vitamins that leave your body daily, like vitamin B6, can still build up to dangerous levels and cause harm. Vitamin B6 is a water-soluble vitamin. That means, in theory, your body should flush out any excess through urine. And that's why so many people think it's safe to take in high doses. But here's what most don't realize. If you take too much for too long, B6 can actually damage your nerves. And that damage often starts where you rely on them most, in your legs and feet. This isn't just about mild tingling or fatigue. We're talking about a condition called peripheral neuropathy, a breakdown in the nerves that control movement and sensation in your limbs. Let me walk you through how this usually shows up. At first, you might feel a strange pins and needles sensation in your toes. Then maybe some numbness that comes and goes. You might notice your balance feels a little off, like your legs don't connect fully to the ground. These early signs are easy to overlook. You may chalk it up to aging or poor circulation, or maybe think you slept in a weird position. But as time goes on, the symptoms intensify. You may feel like your legs are asleep more often. You might catch yourself tripping over nothing or dragging your feet just slightly. Stairs feel more intimidating, not because of your muscles, but because of a strange disconnect in how your body moves. This kind of nerve damage doesn't just affect your mobility, it eats away at your confidence. And what's truly heartbreaking is that so many people experiencing these changes assume it's simply part of aging. Or worse, they fear something serious like multiple sclerosis or diabetic neuropathy. But in reality, it could be a well-meaning supplement you've been taking every morning for years. Here's how it happens. The recommended upper limit for vitamin B6 is 100 milligrams per day. But that limit is easy to exceed, especially if you're taking more than one product. Just think about this. Your multivitamin might contain 30 to 50 milligrams. An energy or brain supplement adds another 40. A mood or sleep blend tacks on 20 more. Suddenly, you're well over the safe limit every single day. And because the nerve damage from B6 accumulates slowly, most people don't notice until it's deeply set. Worse yet, this damage can be long-lasting, even permanent. Some people experience chronic numbness, balance issues, or muscle weakness that doesn't fully go away, even after stopping the supplements. So what can you do to protect yourself? Start by checking every supplement label. Look beyond your multivitamin. Check anything labeled for energy, mood, memory, or metabolism. You might be surprised how many contain vitamin B6, often in high doses. Next, remember, the safest source of vitamin B6 is real food. Your body knows exactly how to handle B6 when it comes from bananas, chickpeas, avocados, potatoes, turkey, tuna. These foods offer the right balance, enough to support nerve function, but not enough to cause harm. If you've been noticing any tingling, numbness, or strange sensations in your legs or feet, talk to your doctor. Specifically ask for a vitamin B6 blood test. It's not part of most routine labs unless you request it. Catching elevated levels early can help you reverse the damage before it becomes permanent. And here's a gentle reminder. When a vitamin promises energy, mental clarity, or nervous system support, it's easy to assume more is better. But when it comes to B6, more can quietly take away the very strength and stability you're trying to protect. Let's not forget, our legs aren't just limbs. They're the foundation of our independence. They carry us through everyday tasks, walking, driving, visiting loved ones, standing in the kitchen, enjoying the garden. If something so small as a supplement could rob you of that, it's worth a second look, isn't it? Coming up next, we'll zoom out to look at the bigger picture, how small, overlooked habits can silently weaken your legs, and what you can do to restore your confidence and control. The bigger picture, why leg strength is your lifeline. As we grow older, it becomes easy to accept certain changes as just part of aging. A little more effort to get out of a chair, a bit of hesitation when stepping off a curb, that quiet fear when looking at a flight of stairs. We tell ourselves, well, that's just what happens after 60. But here's the thing. What if it isn't? What if those signs of weakness, stiffness, or unsteadiness aren't simply age catching up, but the side effects of well-intentioned habits, specifically supplements you've been taking for years, believing they were keeping you healthy, may have slowly chipped away at your strength, your balance, and even your independence. Let that sink in for a moment. The truth is, leg strength isn't just about moving from place to place. It's about living life on your terms. It's the difference between going for a walk or staying home, traveling to see your grandkids or canceling the trip, reaching into a high cabinet or waiting for help, feeling safe in your own body or being afraid to fall. And yet, for many older adults, the slow erosion of leg strength doesn't come from lack of effort or laziness. It comes from subtle hidden causes, like excess doses of vitamin E, A, and B6, quietly weakening muscles, nerves, and bones from within. What makes it even more challenging is how invisible it all feels. There's no loud alarm, no clear warning sign. You don't wake up one morning unable to walk. Instead, it's a gradual loss, a little more fatigue in the legs, a bit more stiffness getting moving, a strange numbness or tingling that's easy to ignore, a moment of unsteadiness that makes you grab the wall. Over time, these small moments add up until suddenly daily life feels harder, and that loss of ease becomes a loss of confidence. That's why this conversation matters. Because when we trace these issues back to their roots, we often find they're not just aging, they're avoidable. By taking a fresh look at your supplement routine, by asking the right questions at your next doctor's appointment, by choosing food-based nutrients over high-dose pills, you give yourself the chance to reclaim strength, rebuild trust in your body, and protect the freedom you've worked hard for all your life. It's never too late to course correct. And here's the best part. Even small, mindful shifts can lead to real change. Just one adjustment, like swapping out your multivitamin or choosing whole foods over fortified powders, can restore strength to your legs and clarity to your steps. So if you've felt a little off lately, if your legs haven't felt quite as steady as they used to, take a moment to pause and reflect. Could the help you've been giving your body actually be holding you back? Let's move forward with open eyes and renewed purpose. Because your legs aren't just a part of you. They carry your life, they hold your stories, and they deserve to stay strong. Coming up next, let's talk about what you can do today to protect your leg strength, starting with the simple actions that can make the biggest difference. What you should do now. 5 practical steps to protect your strength. Now that you understand how certain vitamins, when overused, can quietly erode leg strength and balance, the next question is simple. What should you do about it? Don't worry, you don't need to toss out every bottle in your cabinet or swear off supplements forever. But what you do need is a plan, one that gives you confidence, clarity, and control over your health. Here are 5 practical, powerful steps to get started. Step 1. Review every supplement you take. Grab your vitamin bottles one by one and read each label carefully. Ask yourself, what am I taking this for? How long have I been using it? Do I really need this, or did I just assume it was healthy? Pay close attention to products containing vitamin E, vitamin A, especially as retinol, and vitamin B6. These are often hidden in multivitamins, skin formulas, memory boosters, and even drink powders. You might be surprised how many of your supplements include them, sometimes in doses far higher than your body needs. Step 2. Add it all up. Many people exceed safe vitamin levels not because of one pill, but because of several that quietly stack up. For example, your multivitamin has 400 IU of vitamin E. Your heart health formula adds another 200 IU. Your brain booster throws in 100 more. Suddenly, you're taking 700 IU, well above the recommended limit, without even realizing it. So take a moment to calculate your total intake for E, A, and B6 from all sources. This one step alone could save you from long-term nerve or muscle damage. Step 3. Talk to the right kind of doctor. Not all doctors are trained to spot supplement-related issues, especially when the symptoms seem like ordinary aging. If possible, consult with a geriatrician, functional medicine practitioner, or a nutrition-aware primary care doctor. Bring your full list of vitamins and supplements to your appointment. Let them know if you've experienced leg fatigue, numbness or tingling, wobbly balance, or changes in your ability to walk or climb stairs. These small clues can help uncover if your supplements are supporting or silently sabotaging your strength. Step 4. Ask for a nutrient panel. Most routine blood work doesn't include vitamin levels unless you ask. So be specific. Request a micronutrient panel that checks for vitamin A, vitamin E, vitamin B6. and any others you've been supplementing regularly. Knowing your actual blood levels gives your doctor the insight needed to adjust your plan and gives you peace of mind. Step 5. Let food be your first source. When it comes to vitamins, real food beats pills every time. Why? Because your body is better at using nutrients from natural foods, and whole foods rarely deliver the kind of overdose that causes harm. Instead of popping a high-dose B6 tablet, enjoy a baked potato or a serving of turkey breast. Instead of cod liver oil, choose sweet potatoes, spinach, and carrots for beta-carotene. Instead of vitamin E capsules, reach for a handful of almonds or a slice of avocado. It's not just safer, it's more satisfying, and more in line with how your body was designed to thrive. Let's pause here and remember, this isn't about fear, it's about empowerment. It's about choosing to stay sharp, strong, and steady in a world full of well-meaning but often misguided health advice. Your mobility matters, your balance matters, your independence matters, and with just a few thoughtful steps, you can safeguard all three. Coming up in the next section, we'll look at another hidden threat to your leg strength, and it's not a vitamin. It's something much more common and far more silent. Another hidden threat: the risks of sitting too much. Even if your supplements are balanced and your diet is on point, there's one more quiet danger to your legs that's easy to overlook. It's not in a bottle, it's not in your food, it's in your routine. And that danger is inactivity. The silent impact of too much sitting. We live in a world built for sitting: soft chairs, cozy recliners, long car rides, and countless hours in front of screens. And as we age, the temptation to sit a little longer, rest a little more, becomes stronger. And while rest is important, prolonged sitting comes with real consequences. When we sit for long periods, especially day after day, several things start to happen. Leg muscles begin to shrink from disuse. Blood circulation slows, leading to swelling or discomfort. Bones lose density, particularly in the hips and thighs, and our balance suffers, making falls more likely. Even worse, this weakening can happen without pain, until one day you realize getting out of a chair feels like lifting a heavy suitcase, or a walk across the room feels longer than it should. It doesn't take a gym, it just takes movement. Here's the good news. You don't need fancy equipment, high-impact workouts, or a personal trainer to reverse this. You just need to move, consistently. Movement is like medicine for your muscles and bones. The more often you use your legs, the stronger they stay. Simple ways to stay active throughout the day. Stand up every 30 to 60 minutes, even just to stretch or walk across the room. March in place during commercial breaks or while waiting for your tea to brew. Do gentle leg lifts or ankle rolls while sitting in your chair. Take short walks indoors or outdoors, even just around your home. These small habits help preserve leg strength, maintain circulation, and support bone density, all without leaving your living room. Think of your legs as muscles on a timer. Here's something to keep in mind. Every minute you're not using your legs, your muscles are quietly signaling, "We're not needed." And over time, that signal becomes action, muscle shrinkage, bone loss, and a greater risk of imbalance. But with just a few extra steps a day, you can flip the script. Every movement tells your body, "Stay strong, stay steady, I still need you." Movement builds confidence, too. When your legs feel strong, you walk with more ease. When you move more often, stairs feel less intimidating. And when your balance improves, so does your peace of mind. It's not just about staying fit. It's about preserving your freedom to do the things you love. Cooking for your family, traveling without fear, visiting friends without hesitation, gardening, dancing, volunteering, or simply getting out of bed confidently each morning. Your legs are your anchor to an independent life, so give them what they need: gentle, daily movement. Ready for one final message? You've learned how certain vitamins can weaken your legs without warning. You've taken steps to adjust your supplements and refocus on real food. You've discovered the power of simple movement. Now in the final section, we'll hear from someone who's walked this very road and has one powerful reminder to share. A message from a fellow senior. Let me speak to you not as a doctor or a voice behind the screen, but as someone who's lived a full life, someone like you. I've seen the seasons change. I've watched the world speed up around me, and I've felt my own strength shift with time. But you know what I've learned? Aging isn't what takes our strength away. Neglect is, not from lack of care, but from habits we didn't know were harming us. I've seen friends, good people, slowly lose their confidence, their balance, their spark. Not because of disease, but because of pills they didn't question, chairs they sat in too long, signs they brushed off. They thought they were doing everything right, taking vitamins, resting more, listening to old advice. But the world changed and their bodies changed, and no one told them how to keep up. So now I'm telling you, take a second look at what you put in your body each morning. Ask your doctor the hard questions. Stand up, stretch, walk, not because you have to, but because you still can. Your legs are more than limbs. They are freedom. They are independence. They are the reason you can show up for the people and moments that matter most. So don't take them for granted. Not now, not ever. Let's keep walking together. If this video opened your eyes, drop a in the comments and share one thing you're changing in your routine starting today. And if you want more heart-led, science-backed health advice made just for us, those of us with a little more life behind us and still plenty ahead, be sure to hit subscribe. Because aging well isn't about holding on to youth. It's about holding on to yourself. And you, my friend, are worth every step.